We have all overreacted to situations in our lives. And what this means is that we have responded to a given situation in a way that's out of proportion to what that situation calls for. Now, this is based on your assessment of the situation. And that assessment is not based on some absolute reality. It's a given perspective. And so when we change that perspective, we can sometimes find that on a level, your response was not actually an overreaction. There's two reasons that the overreactions often happen. The first one has to do with your physical needs. So for instance, you go into work, your boss asks you to do something and you snap at them. Clearly an overreaction. And yet if we widen our lens, we may notice that you didn't have your morning coffee or you didn't eat breakfast. And so in fact, you were hangry. Right? We all know that feeling, being hangry. And so on that level, the response, your reaction, makes sense. A second reason that you may overreact has to do with the power of past experience. So you're in a loving, romantic relationship, you have a wonderful partner, and yet every time they pick up their phone, you imagine that they're having an affair with someone. Totally an overreaction. And yet, if we widen our lens, you may see that in a previous relationship, your partner did cheat on you, and so you developed a sense of mistrust. Or we widen our lens further and we see in childhood that the people who were supposed to take care of you actually hurt you, and so you learn to mistrust others. So again, at that level, your reaction makes sense. It's not an overreaction. This can be really complicated. If you want to learn a bit more, you may want to read an article I've written on it, and you'll find a link to that in the video description. But once you understand where your overreaction is, or I should say overreaction, is coming from, then you can respond with some empathy and compassion to yourself and begin to do what you need to do in order to heal and move forward in a positive way. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love to hear your thoughts about overreactions, either things I'm referencing in the video or just thoughts from your own life. Thank you for listening.